Hey everyone, how are we all doing? I've just finished work and I'm really tired, but I wanted to come and just chat to you because I was meant to do a video on Wednesday, but I missed that, and now it's Friday. And well, seeing as we're all stuck at home, there was one thing that really stuck in my mind that I've been doing a lot recently, and it's been focusing more on skincare. So I'm going to show you how much fits in the Dior Vanity Case, and I'm also going to show you some products I've been using a lot recently. And it wasn't until I took everything out of my cupboard to put it in here, because I don't actually use this as a vanity case. I think it's too nice for that. I use it as like a small bag that I carry around on the daily, sometimes by the top handle. But I didn't realise until I gathered everything together quite how much of the items that I use are rose based. One thing that I forgot to mention in this is this routine, in my opinion, is really good for any of you who are used to getting in-clinic skin peels, microdermabrasion, even Botox. So my Botox is now like wearing out and I'm kind of seeing more enlarged pores, and so the products I'm using are really good as a replacement for in-salon treatments. Since being stuck at home, I know that I'm not the only one out there. I'm seeing it all over Instagram. You guys are tagging me in loads of pictures where you're like doing that and your nails have grown out, or you've got roots, or you need to go and get your waxing done, or whatever it is. Well, for me, I need to get my roots done, and I am getting my husband to do them for me. Let me just re-angle this slightly. Is that okay? Yeah, so my husband's doing them for me, but it's just, we haven't quite gotten the timings right on the hair color, and so I washed it out and the roots are still there anyway. And for any of you watching and you're also finding this with your skin, because also staying inside the house and not getting enough fresh air and not getting the sun or whatever can also be damaging. Plus as well, if you're not eating great because you're maybe like depressed, bored, or just all of the above, then all of those things can have an effect. So the first thing is I have dug out every face mask that I own, and I do a different one on different evenings depending on how my skin is. My skin is kind of combination, so I'm oily on my cheeks and on my forehead, but I'm really dry everywhere else. Well, it's not even dry, it's kind of dehydrated, so it feels really like tight and dry and horrible. And I wear a lot of moisturizer for that reason. So the first thing that I've been doing when it comes to cleanser, even though what you wash your face with washes straight off, and you would think, oh, it doesn't even matter because it washes straight off. I always thought that, but then I've started using this, which is a face wash that I bought when I went to Bulgaria in February. And I bought it because I'd left mine at home. And this was probably like a pound or something. And I got to the hotel, tried it, and it was so good that before I left, I bought another 3 bottles of it. So this is like a really delicate rose face wash. It's so good at actually getting off your makeup without you having to scrub. And I use with it this. This is, I actually have 2 things by this company that I've been using. Well, I use them all the time anyway. This is the first thing. This is one of those sonic vibrating face cleaners, and it's double-sided. So this is the side that cleans, and this side's got rose quartz gemstone in it. They gave me both of these items. This they gave me in, must have been 2018 now. This they gave me last summer, so summer 2019. This, I can't say enough good about this. This is an at-home microdermabrasion tool, and it vacuums at the same time as, there are like these discs that go on it that have got really fine aluminium crystals, which is exactly what they use in the salon. And when it goes over your skin, it literally sucks all of the rubbish out at the same time as exfoliating, and you can see a visible difference after using this. This I use once a week. So that's the face wash. Now the oh my god, the best ever. What is this? It's like a peel, only you don't have skin that peels off. This is like a blood peel. When I first did this, David, my husband, was just like, oh my god, what if, because he thought I'd done something to like make my face bleed or something. So this is from The Ordinary. This is an acid peel. I think it was about £5. It was not expensive, and I'm hoping to demonstrate to you here the visible difference that you get before and after using it. So if any of you have got, regardless actually of whether you've got dry or dehydrated or oily skin, this will work for all skin types because it's got an AHA and a BHA, and I can't remember which way round it is, but I think an AHA is good for, is it dry skin and then the other one's good for oily? I don't know, but it visibly resurfaces and tightens up pores, and it makes your skin so soft after. In fact, if you're going anywhere, not that any of us are right now, but in the future, if you ever go anywhere and you want your skin to look really amazing, do this right before you put your makeup on, and maybe leave 10-15 minutes before you put your makeup on, and your makeup will sit just perfectly. So I've been using that, and together with that, I use this face oil, this eye cream, and one of two face creams. The eye cream I've been using since 2016. I would never use any other eye cream but this. This works. It's made by a lady on Etsy. I'll link to it below. It used to be vegan, but then she added green caviar, so it's not vegan anymore, but it's cruelty free, and it's all made by her, and I think now is a great time to support like small businesses and stuff like that. She also does really good body butters. So I use that. That's like a serum. And I actually, let me remind myself before I move on, I'm applying the eye cream with, where is it? I wanted to show you this because I showed it in the cutaway clip, but I don't know if it's clear what it is. See this? This came with this. This is a facial oil, amazing. This brand is lovely, but it's very expensive, but it's one of those brands where it's like, oh, it's expensive, but it works, and that's the annoying thing about it. So this oil came with this. The handle's kind of plastic, but that silver bit on the end is a lump of metal, and it's really heavy, and it's freezing cold. Like all the time it's freezing cold. And I've been using this to massage my eye cream underneath my eyes, because if you have any puffiness, the coolness of it really, it feels very fresh actually, and very rejuvenating. So that's what you can see me using there, and that comes with that. That face oil is really good. And then the face moisturizer, it's quite a heavy one. This is the Natura Bise Diamond Extreme Moisturizer, which I'm using day and night. Which it's quite thick. It's a bit like the, is it the creme de mer? What's that one that's like quite expensive? It's a similar consistency to that, and it's very effective. So they were the first things that I was going to show you. The other things, some other masks, which I didn't show you all at the same time because I didn't need to do all of them. I only needed to do that blood one kind of thing. But another two, which these were sent to me, and I started using them just because I had nothing else to do this week. And this is the most novelty, weird face mask ever, but it's very good if you have dehydrated or congested skin. So if you need, actually, this one's probably better for dehydration. This is good if you have oily skin or combination skin, but you have, you just feel like you need a mask that hydrates but clarifies. And I would say it's really good for acne as well. This is by Terry, and it's from their Balm de Rose range. So in that range is like an eye cream, a face cream, day and night, lip balm. And now these are new products that they've come out with. So this is one of those sheet masks, and you get two sections, like a top section and a bottom one. This is hydrating. This is like anti-aging. This is brilliant. I love this. I love the Balm de Rose range anyway. I love the delicate smell of it. But this mask is bizarre. So you put it on, and it goes on like a gel, and so I normally put on one layer, and then I put another one straight over the top. And then you kind of just like rub it in, and then you leave it, and it starts like crackling on your skin, like kind of like Cocoa Pops, you know that sound? Does that on your skin, and then it starts to disappear. And the first time I put it on, I didn't know it was going to do that. And I put it on and it started, because I thought, oh, I'll just wash it off. No, you don't. You leave it until the whole thing disappears. And then you wash your face. And it's the results. My skin felt so smooth and plumped and just really, really nice. But the one I wanted to talk to you about as well and focus on, I don't even have it here and I don't know what I've done with it. But it's this. Who would have known? This is another Rose product. It's by, I can't remember who it's by. Is it in here? I can't remember who it's by because I don't have it. So it's Henriksen or something. It's the Rose Stem Cell Mask. It's, first of all, it's a very nice colour. It's kind of like pinky mauvey lilac. And it is rose stem cells. It's a cool gel. I wash my face and then I put this product on and I use like an old makeup brush that I've got. This product is gentle enough to be used right up underneath and over the top of the eyes. So I do all of that and it feels like, the best way I can describe it, it feels cool, it feels hydrating. Feels like your skin is having a glass of water, but it does this weird plumping thing. Like it feels as though, this is weird, but if you could cover your hand in glue and then stick it to your face and really gently pull outwards, it feels like it's doing that to your whole face. It feels really lifting and plumping and slightly tingly, but not unpleasant at all. It just feels really nice. Now I'm going to cut to another section which I wasn't going to do, but I thought I would share with you some of the makeup techniques that I've been doing at the moment as well, because I have a lot of you actually saying in the comments, what colour lipstick are you wearing? And I always put, I'm sure, maybe I don't always, but I always try and put the lipstick that I'm wearing in the description. But pretty much there are like four lipsticks that I always wear, and it's one of the 4. So I thought I'm gonna swatch all 4 of them in this. I think it's 5 actually, because I've got a new one, which is here, which I'm currently wearing now. And yes, so I thought I'd show you that. I do not normally have a huge pile of shoes behind me. I'm in the middle of my self-isolation, cleaning out everything, and I need to figure out, I've got so many boxes. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with them. Anyway, so I'm gonna use this, this is one of those by Terry powders. I use it to contour, and when I do, I kind of like brush upwards because I think it makes your cheeks look more lifted. So when you use it, just be really like sparing. It's not glittery at all. It's just, it definitely has like a highlight in it though. Just want to come in here and say actually what you've just seen me use is this, which is this powder. And I forgot to say what blush I use after that. So this is what I use for the contour. And then I use a blush version, but this, they sent me this by Terry, and this is a newer version out, so it looks like this on the top. I think this is for summer or something. But what I was going to mention to you is if you're interested in trying that shade I use for contour, it's actually in this palette, and then next to it, so that's the colour that I use for contour, and then next to it, this is the colour that I used for blush. Then up here, you've got 2 different highlights. So I find that compared to other, I put some of this on my eye as well, compared to other powders, this gives you a matte finish, but it doesn't like dry you out, and it doesn't show up everything that you don't want shown up, which I quite like. So I like dab that on and let that sink in. Oh, and the one final thing, if any of you have dry under eyes or any like fine lines, tiny fine lines, I have this tip. So I take some of this oil, which is from Barry M, and it's the nicest serum, and I put the tiniest bit on the back of my hand, like just tiny, and then I use a beauty blender and I just dip it in, and I just like dab it under the eye. and then it like sinks in a bit. So right now it's like quite shiny, but it does sink in. Don't go too far underneath the eyelashes because sometimes your mascara can transfer onto it. But this just really helps the hydration, and it stops, like, because I have quite dry under eyes, and then as soon as I put concealer on it, they're just even more dry. So doing this, I find it really works. I'm thinking actually, I really want to give this case a really quick review before I go. I adore the vanity case trend. I really like that it's kind of come back in again. I always felt, I remember years ago, probably like 2017, I went into Chanel in Harrods and I had a look at the Chanel vanity case, and it was about £1,100 at the time, something like that. And I remember thinking that it was such a lot of bag for the money, but back then I thought I couldn't really imagine carrying a vanity case around. And then so many brands this year have come out with vanity cases that they've put chain handles on, and it's just become more of a normal thing to see someone carrying a vanity case. Even though in the likes of London, you could drag a suitcase around and no one would look at you twice. But I feel like it's become more of like a regular style, I think, I want to say. But if you're interested in getting this, I have actually done a whole video not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, on vanity cases. And I think as vanity cases go, this isn't the best value. This is actually quite an expensive vanity case compared to all the other ones that are out there. And the ones, there's one in particular by Gucci that I think is the absolute best value. It's something like £500, I think. So I'm gonna link that video, because if you're watching this thinking, that vanity case is growing on me, before you go and buy this, check out that video, because I've put in it the equivalent vanity cases from Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Gucci, Dior. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope everyone's staying healthy and well, and maybe we're all getting to a point now where this is starting to feel like the new normal. It's a boring normal, but it's the new normal. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.